From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
American Door Company has been family owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way up to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Well, it's definitely beginning to warm up out there. For those of you who do any outdoor activities, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you think about this 15 to 20 degree spread from the weekend to yesterday, and if you're going for a jog or even a walk, you begin to feel that. Temperatures are getting warmer. I picked up my son from track practice yesterday, and he's like, it's getting warmer out there, and he's starting to feel that. He's got to drink more water and stay hydrated. So that's kind of something we need to remember as we start getting into these warmer days. Even though we're only in the 70s and eventually in the 80s, dehydration is a real thing. So you need to make sure you keep yourself hydrated even during these more mild temperatures here. Highs climbing above normal this week. Breezy north winds at times. I'm not expecting any major wind events, but we'll see those winds pick up a little bit from time to time. Dry conditions all week. No major storms. No major heat waves in sight. Here's your neighborhood forecast for today. And you can see temperatures quite possibly reaching that 80-degree mark for some of us in the valley. Otherwise, 60s and 70s for the higher elevations in the coast. Temperatures somewhere in the upper 50s to around 60. So you can see a storm system right here. There's another one back here. Now what's important to take note of these storm systems is they just continue to move from west to east. And why that's important is because we have high pressure that's over us. So instead of this ridge of high pressure just building and getting stronger and stronger and heating us up even more and more, these storm systems are keeping our temperatures at bay. Also bringing us a little bit of cloud cover from time to time as well. You see some high, a few mid-level clouds, even some of those puffy cumulus clouds in the higher elevations. But when we take you through Thursday, that high pressure, not as strong. That's because we've got this storm system here kind of riding off to the east. We've got another one right here. You see the rain that's associated with that? Well, look what happens as it moves eastward. Not only is it drying out, but you can see even places like Canada, the Pacific Northwest most likely staying dry out of this. This high pressure still in place. It's strong enough to keep our temperatures up, but not strong enough to erode all of those clouds away. So we'll see some of those passing clouds from time to time. You've got another storm system over here off to our west. So you see how this rides to the east? It flattens out a ridge of high pressure a little bit. And in fact, check this out. By Monday of next week, we've actually got a trough of low pressure right here. Now, this is fairly moisture starved, so I do not anticipate it to bring us any rainfall at this point on Monday. Because keep in mind, we're looking at next Monday. Things are drying out from this point forward. In order for us to see any rainfall out of any approaching storm system, it's got to saturate the atmosphere first. So if it's already moisture starved and is picking up on some rain, most likely if we do see rain, it'll evaporate before it reaches the ground. So at this point, it looks like a dry, but dropping our temperatures down slightly Monday. And we're not talking about temperatures dropping down to the 50s again, or even the 60s, but temperatures may drop by a few degrees here. And then as that moves out, we've got high pressure off toward north and south and west that'll build back in. Again, fairly weak, but strong enough to see an increase in temperatures and just some of those passing clouds from time to time. So you get the idea. We're just not seeing much change in our overall pattern. We look at the winds here for today. Yeah, a little gusty out along the coast and even a little breezy for us this afternoon for some of us in the valley. We take into your Wednesday morning. Look at that. Winds coming in from the north, maybe a little breezy. That'll keep our temperatures fairly mild going into tomorrow morning and in the afternoon, keeping those winds over 20 miles per hour in some spots here as we go into the noon hour. They may subside going into Wednesday afternoon. All right, so for today, yeah, temperatures may reach that 80-degree mark for many of us in the valley. Otherwise, 60s and 70s for the higher elevations. Trinity County, inland, low 70s, upper 50s to around 60 for some of the coastal areas. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook. We'll start off with the valley. Now, really, when we take a look at these temperatures through early next week, you'll notice they're going to average around 80 degrees, give or take. Some of the warmer days will be Friday and through the weekend. There's that slight dip. Remember I was talking about, we're not talking, temperatures going into the low 80s back down to the 50s. And we're only talking about, about a 4 to 5 degree drop here as we go into Sunday into Monday. So again, not a major dip in that temperature with that weak storm system passing through early next week. The coast, Inland and Trinity County, kind of the same situation. Temperatures are not going to be changing much over the next 7 days. It's going to warm up a little bit here as we go into the end of the week and through the weekend with that slight dip in those temperatures early next week.